Okay, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm back. Technical difficulties, and normally StreamYard don't give me too much problem, but it's giving me problem tonight. But either way, where there is a will, there is a way. So anyway, about what I came here for, and again, I'll try to give a few seconds for the people that did show up to come back into this room. Come back into this room simply because, again, I've honestly and sincerely tried to take the high road. It's not often that I do, but I do try to from time to time. And unfortunately, even when I offer respect to people, even when I offer respect to others, even when I don't even touch people or situations with my own content, with my own commentary, even when I give the utmost and highest respect to people related to my content and what I put out here, they still want to be counted. They still want to be counted. And I call this girl, get your mama. Get your mama, girl. Y'all, I kid y'all not. Now, y'all done seen this little ongoing thing, this little Thanksgiving saga where I went down to Florida and all this kind of mess, all the stuff that happened, this whole hoopla. But this is my thing, and this is the thing I'm telling because, okay, so the other party in this situation, she says that I want to come on here and paint her out as a bad person, as a negative person. I don't want to do that whatsoever. But the truth is, a significant other always knows the significant other better than anyone else. That's facts. The truth is, people in a relationship or some type of romantic dynamic will always know each other and know more about each other than the common person or the average person. That's factual. That's not anything that I'm making up. That's true. Either way, I say all that to say because yeah, this relationship has been over. As soon as I left and when we got the hotel, it was over. Took her birthday picture down off of my page, it was over. As soon as I asked her to remove that video of me being on the tour cruise with her, it was over. As soon as she did her live and mentioned the breakup and everything, it was over. It was over when I came and made my live this morning. It's been over. So if it's over, if this party says, okay, when it's over, just accept it to be over and respectfully walk away. I agree with that 100%. But this is the stuff, this is the meticulous of stuff that people don't know. Why this girl mama text me tonight? I hadn't even made it into Atlanta good. And I get a text from a number that I don't even have saved to my phone. And I'm like, who this text from? What's this number? Now, the first text above what came to me tonight was a text from yesterday asking me if I was okay. Simply because this person knew of the situation that I was in when it comes to the other party involved in this situation. However, her mama texts me. And so I say, girl, get your mama. Get your mama. Because you say when everybody is broken up to respectfully walk away, to respectfully let go. Meanwhile, you over there lying to your mama, telling your mama that I'm making content about them, about her family, and making money about her family. No, I made content about you. I made contents about you as me. You being a YouTube figure, you being a public figure on YouTube, you are privy to it about you, believe it or not. But the fact that you would sit there and tell your mama who knows absolutely nothing about the internet to the point to where you have to send her a hyperlink anytime you decide to go live because she don't even know how to find your notification or nothing like that. The fact that you have to do all that and then you want to tell this woman that I'm making content about her, who is she? Who is she, Ike? Who is she? What would make her so important for me to make content about? What would? And the fact that she would even step to me, the fact that she would accept a lie from her daughter, which y'all say, I'm the one that do the most. But I kid you not. People who have families or bigger families can sometimes use their family members as a pawn, where you will try to, I honestly think now I'm trying to be, because she wasn't successful in controlling me, because this woman, this other content creator was not successful in controlling me or telling me not to make my content, telling me what about when she tried to strike my channel. And actually, y'all, she started this mess this morning when she went live talking about the breakup and stuff. Then when I come live and mention about the breakup and why we broke up, and I tell that I'm the one that left, then she tells me in her live that she want me to produce certain receipts. I put the receipts out there. Y'all, why I get a privacy notice from YouTube? So hold on, you get on your live and you talk all this hoorah about I need to produce this receipt, I need to prove this or whatever. And then when I come through and produce the receipt, then you want to give me a privacy strike? You want to give me a privacy notice? Where they do that at? Because what you thought is that I wasn't going to produce a receipt, but I don't have any problem producing the receipts of everything that you have done in the last 24 hours, all the phone calls that you have done in the last 24 hours, any receipt that will back up my story that I told about what happened and the reason why I left your house, the reason why I went and stayed in the hotel. All of that is factual. But either way, the fact that you can't control me based on everything else, but then you want to lie to your mama and say that I have content about your mama and the rest of your family, cold-blooded. But I don't expect anything more from you. I don't expect anything more. And that's the thing. The people on YouTube are really fooled by some of the antics that you do behind the scenes. They fooled by that. But the fact that you would involve your mama, because why? Hey, punitive damages. Hey, captivating Christian. Y'all, this girl mama texted me and said, I quote, "First off, it's very grammatically correct. A whole bunch of run-on sentences, no punctuation in sight, all capital letters. Still visual. I would show the text, but I don't want another copyright notice plus the phone numbers here, but I may have to crop it on my community wall for you to see. The nerve of somebody mama to try to check me on a lie that they daughter told. The nerve! Don't check me on no lie." So she said, well, first off, the people up in here lurking like the video. Before I read a dang thing, go ahead and give some likes to this video, because I see the eyes lurking. I need to see the likes go up. I need to see the likes go up before I even read this. But believe me, I'm going to read it. Believe me, I'm going to read it. I'm trying to go here. Believe me, I'm going to read it. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I had to come up in here. I had to come up in here to see what's what. So I had to open up a new window. What's up, Shorty C? So she texts, "I just letting you know, please told me you said you were making money off to talk with one of the biggest lawyers in Florida. I'm making money off us. Who is us? Who is us? Let me know who us is before you accuse me of making money or doing anything on anybody, especially all of these nobodies that don't even have YouTube presences, that don't even make content, before you try to accuse me of trying to make money off anybody is. Let's start there. Who is us? This us that I'm making money off of. And the nerve of you to think your life could be made money off of on YouTube. Who are you? I want to know. So I took one of the biggest lawyers. One thing white people don't like, when you harm a child, elderly, or a disabled person. When I harm a child, elderly, or disabled person, what child have I harmed? What elderly person have I harmed? What disabled person have I harmed? People who actually watch my content on here, when have you ever saw me make a video about a child? First off, my content has never been kid friendly. So I don't make no videos about no child. That's first off. So where that lie came from. Second off, when have I ever made a video about the elderly? My content don't have nothing to do with the elderly. I don't know nothing about the elderly. It's only a few elderly people that's over in this sector of YouTube. And I don't have no problem with any of these elderly people who are actually content creators on the YouTube streets. What's going on, lovely Lisa? Third of all, a disabled person. When have I made any content about a disabled person? I have one video about a disabled cousin of mine, and it was a happy birthday video because he turned 15 this year when the doctors thought that he wouldn't live past the age of 2. It's the same cousin who was stuck at Children's Hospital in New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina. That's the only disabled person I've ever made content on. So the fact that her mother would come at me with this type of text message, lies clearly told by her daughter, a way to manipulate a situation, a way to still try to control me or control my content through your mother, girl, get your mama. Get your mama and tell her to stop texting me. Get your mama and take her device away from her, because all these lies you done told her, and she had the nerve to come up in my text messages. She continued to say, you used your visit to make money off of my son's pain. That was your intentions. Again, for everybody that has followed my content, what video, what live have you seen where I spoke about anybody's disability? More so, since Thanksgiving, what video, what live have you seen that I have spoke about anybody's disability? Tell me that. Which one? Let me know. Because somebody over there running telling their mama lies, but then as soon as I be like, you manipulative, as soon as I be like, y'all, she be doing this dirty underhanded, under the table stuff, then people be like, oh, J.Dunn, you just saying this, you just saying that. But this is my thing. Now, if you trollic over there to her channel, if you trollic over there, she stay over there going live 3-4 hours at a time, trying to get her watch hours up so that she can monetize. So you mean to tell me that you will run and tell your mother that I'm trying to make money off of your family and off of somebody's disability on my channel when your mother knows nothing about YouTube and that you actually can monetize, yet you over there struggling your dang self, trying to get monetized yourself, trying to get your watch hours up, trying to get your subscriber count up? You mean to tell me that you're going to run to your mother and talk about monetization when I have it like it's a bad thing, but that's the exact same thing that you over there trying to get, and you're struggling at it? You're struggling. Same exact thing that you trying to get, but did you tell your mama that you up so that you be monetized as well, or did you just tell her that I'm just trying to make money off her family? What did you tell? Her mother continued to say, from the beginning, I felt it in my spirit. I knew you were not right. He is investigating you. Don't use my baby to benefit. Don't use my baby to benefit you. Whose baby have I used for benefit is what I want to know. Whose baby have I mentioned? Again, this is how the person over there that I used to be in a relationship with, this is how she will use manipulation tactics in order to try to get her way, in order to control a situation, in order to basically make me do what she want me to do. So you're going to put your mama involved in this for what? For what? And talk about I'm benefiting off of her baby? Craziness. Then she went on to say, that lady did not bother you about your mom for nothing. God already showed me you bothered the wrong one, honey. I am not in love with you, so it won't bother me one bit to go back at the devil. I am a fighter in the spirit. Baby, you messed with my baby. It is over. Look for your court date. I promise you. I messed with your baby? When? When? If you can find a video of me speaking about your baby, let me know. and that young lady over there has my mailing address, feel free to give it to her and give it to whatever lawyer you think you have, so that I can get whatever paperwork that you say you signed about an imaginary video that I monetized upon, about people that I don't even care to speak or discuss about on my channel, about people that don't have importance enough on these YouTube streets to even be content. The nerve of you actually to be counted. And the nerve of your daughter to tell you a bold-faced lie. The nerve of it all. And shame on it all. Shame on all of that. So I respond. First off, I was taken aback. Clutch my pearls. Because all these lies coming at me left and right. The same source of the lies that I left. The same source of the lies that barricaded me in her house and wouldn't let me out. The same source of the lies that didn't want to let me get into dang on Uber. The same source of the lies where I had to call 911 just to try to get out of her home. This is the same source. I stated to her, I've only addressed your daughter's actions towards me and have not mentioned anything about you and other parties within the family. Your daughter lied to you, unfortunately. I said, I can make money on my channel, but you aren't important enough to me to use for content. Sorry to disappoint you. She turned around and said, you are a heartless monster. I'm a heartless monster. How? Lied because you have been lied to about what I produce on my YouTube channel, because your daughter has lied to you about what I talk about on here, simply because she started with talking about me this morning and I came through with the details. She challenged me to put receipts out there. I came through with the receipts to the point to where she had to give me a privacy strike, a privacy copyright, all of this. Now she done did the privacy copyright. That ain't did nothing, because the truth is still going to stand. And now her mama done got involved trying to tell me that I came after XYZ in the family and I'm making money off them. The nerve, the sense of narcissism that runs rampant within this family. You're so vain. You probably think this video is about you. You're so vain. Really get over yourself. All of y'all get over yourself. Every single one of y'all get over yourself, because ain't none of y'all worthy of any content. Don't nobody even know who y'all are. And the fact of talking about lawyering up and this, that, and the third. Seriously? In order to lawyer up in the way that you say that you can, you have to have finances to back it up. That's first off. Second off, in order for a lawyer to actually take your case, you actually have to have evidence that I did any of this stuff. And anybody on these YouTube streets, any of the people subscribe to me, any of the people that chat, comment, will say my content is normally about other YouTube content creators. And unfortunately, your daughter happens to be a content creator that I used to date. That's what my commentary is about. And it's also about my life experiences, my life lessons. Sometimes I give shout outs to other content creators. It all depends. But the nerve of her to go and lie to her mama, and the nerve of her mama not even to think the fact check, but just step to me, accusing me of all this off the. But now, if I'd have told you all of this was happening, which I have told you about the manipulation tactics before. I have told you about the way this person will go and try to use other people as pawns. Case in point, we were in a broken up season in May. Oh, Levon said the lies. J.Dunn, you know you didn't do anything wrong, so please block the whole family. Right, that's what's about to happen. The thing is, we were in a whole breakup space in May and totally broken up at that point. Like vacations canceled, broken up, nothing. And she to watch my content so that they could see who I was, all of this, that, and the third. Now, if you know that we are on bad terms and you know that we are broken up, why is it at this moment in time do you think, wow, I should invite my family and introduce my family to her content so that she could see so that they could see what she does on here. I should invite my family so that they could see how she looks. I should let my family see this. Wouldn't you do all that when we are on good terms? Wouldn't you do all that before a breakup has happened? But in the middle of a breakup, that's when you decide to allow your family to look at my content, which I don't know why you let them because my content is touch and go. I can come on here and I could be cussing up a storm, or I could come on here and I could be trying to roast or drag somebody. But I do it to YouTube content creators, not just random people from Florida. I don't do random people from Florida. I don't. Either way, the fact that she meticulously decided to introduce her family to my content and my channel at that time let me know that she was trying to control the relationship through her family. Because now that we are broken up, you've gotten more people involved in the situation. Now that we are broken up and more people are involved, it will make it harder for me to continue the breakup when now more people know about my presence, more people know about the relationship, more people are inquiring about how we got together, XYZ. It was used to control. It was used to control. And then even after that fact, once we eventually did get back together, we ended up being on the rocks again. And even on the rocks, we were video messaging one day. And that's when she allowed me to actually video with a relative. Like, video message and talk with a relative. And we was on the rocks. Like, it's almost like this person will add more people into the equation to make it harder for me to pull away from the relationship. And I'm not going to lie, that tactic did work to a certain degree. It worked for a little while because the more people who are involved within the situation, the more people who know about me, the more people that you really do feel like you might be letting down if you don't try as hard as you can to work things out, to make it work, to make the relationship go as far as it could possibly go. Like the video if you in here, y'all. Like it. I want to see these likes coming up. It's too many people up in here watching and not enough likes. It's way too many people up in here watching, not enough likes. But yeah, so I felt like from the get-go, it was a manipulation tactic to use your family as a tool to try to keep a relationship that you think that you want. To use your mother to come at me, but yet you sit there on your channel and you say, we are broken up, we are over, let's peaceably walk away, let's end it, everything is over. But then you texting me. You done lied to this woman, done filled this woman's head with paranoia and delusions. And now she texted me. And another thing, she told me, she mentioned to me that her mother felt a certain type of way because her mother thought that while I was at the family gathering, that I secretly took pictures and recorded their family. This is what her mama really said. We just broke up. It's just been official yesterday. But the fact that her mother would really feel like I came to their event to record and take pictures of random people in Florida. Why? Not only that, the person who I was in the relationship knows for certain that she sent me pictures of everyone in April or May when they all went to the family reunion. So if I was going to be malicious and have malicious intent, which I don't care to mess with or harm these people. I don't care to use these people for content. But if I were to be malicious, I already had pictures of them since April or May. You know how many ups and downs me and Bambi done had since that point, and I haven't even done or said anything or used anything about that. It's just lies to build up paranoia. It's just lies to build up paranoia, fear, a scare tactic, delusions, all doing it to somebody who clearly can't comprehend the internet very well. So they will believe anything. Somebody who clearly thinks that being monetized on YouTube is some type of evil and satanic thing, not realizing that people actually do make a living off YouTube. But they make a living off YouTube by using actual interesting content, actual profitable content. You can't just make a video about any old Joe Smo and get some profit off of it. You can't just make a video about any old Joe that's clearly not interesting whatsoever and make a profit off of it. You can't. And not only that, her daughter over there striving to try to get monetization herself. Everybody's on here monetized. So the fact that now her mama knows that I'm monetized and now her daughter done lied and said all this stuff, now her mama thinking that I was malicious to them. Levon said, the funny thing is your last fight was about you wanting her to be more present with her family. Correct. Ain't that's like y'all, I don't even know what to say when it comes to that. Because to be honest, I've always been much of an advocate when it comes to the family bonds of these people. I have. Just because I know what it's like not to have a family, and I feel like everybody should be appreciative and grateful of the ones that they do have. Not only that, there was a whole little rift that happened with there being a new lesbian relationship going on with that other content creator that caused a little bit of a rift, a little bit of strife. And I was always saying, no, give them time. They're going to come around, try to talk back to them. They just need time to process it. This is the process that everybody goes through. I had to go through it whenever I was a teenager. My mom didn't understand. It took her a little while to process it, but she eventually came around to accept me. These are things that I cheered on and said this whole entire time to uplift, to be like, hey, it's okay to be you. It's okay to be free and be you, and your family will come around and continue to love you once it sinks in that the dream that they have for you is no longer the dream that you can provide to them. I said that. But you're right. This one. Have breakfast with your family. That was the last one. Me saying have breakfast with the family is what caused the whole uproar. But like this is the icing on the cake. To threaten for videos that y'all, I can't. And I thought message. It is clear to Carolina Blue who that. It doesn't fall too far from the. It don't fall too far from the tree. Have been made up on that side and I right. Or prime example. A few hypocritical things, certain things that are said where people preach stuff but don't practice it. Preaching and not practicing. And that's all I'm saying. Not to destroy somebody's life, not to make somebody be a negative and bad person, not to do anything like that, but like practice what you preach, and then also be aware of your actions. Because if you're proud of your actions in the moment, what is that saying? I can't think of the saying right off the bat. But if you are proud of actions in the moment behind closed doors, then you should be equally proud of those actions when the world knows. Period. So if you are proud of your actions behind closed doors when nobody knows what you're doing, you should be equally proud when people know. And what I've learned from this situation is that some people are proud behind the closed doors, but when people know, oh, they feelings hurt. When people know, oh, I'm wrong because I said something about it. When people wrong, oh, I'm wrong because I spoke on how I felt about the situation, considering that I was involved in the situation. When people know. That was a whole mumbo jumbo mess that happened over the course of the year and some change that we were together, that I tried to help her get through to her family about. Only for now, she done lied to them, and now they really think that they are worth having money made on them. Like, if they were worth making money on, if her mom was worth making money on, then would her mom have a YouTube channel? If she was just that interesting, why she don't got one? Why? This mess is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I guess this attempt was to strong arm me into not making my content and still not speaking my truth about what happened during my Thanksgiving time, about the situation that I went through during my Thanksgiving time, about the reason why I ended up in a hotel, and about anything else that I care to talk about my Thanksgiving. The fact that you were stronghold me about a lawyer. I have had 2 lawyers. Well, actually, I have had 2 lawyers. I currently have 1 lawyer. 1. Because see, when you own rental property and you are a landlord, you have to keep a lawyer on deck. They are the person who draws out any type of legal documentation that you need for your home and for any tenants to sign. They are the ones that come through with lease agreements and things of that nature. So you can stronghold me about you taking the day off work to go and talk to a lawyer. I already got one, sweetheart. So again, girl, get your mama. Get your mama. I already got a lawyer who's worked with me over the course of 13 years, has worked with me and knows all of my situations and whatnot. So get your mama while she on here telling me about a lawyer for videos that were never even made. Y'all, this is unreal. But again, she'll sit over there on her platform and talk about, let's just walk away peaceably. When you break up, it's over. Leave me alone. I just want to be done. I don't want any association. But then you still got your mama contacting me over some mess. Yeah, I can't with this. I honestly can't. I can't. Like the video if y'all still up in here lurking. Like, but yeah, so this was the text that I got. Y'all, my mama been dead for 13 years. The nerve of trying to send their mama on me is laughable in my Kwani voice. I couldn't do it like her. Laughable, laughable. Don't send your mom on me again. I'm gonna block you, your mama, and your cousin too. Blocking. There is no need for y'all to contact me. But you do have my mailing address. So when your mother is ready to send me my paperwork, when she's ready to send me my paperwork, you have my absolute permission to give her my mailing address. Reasoning is key. Sorry this is happening between you guys. Thank you, reasoning is key, Levon. Fight your own battle, sis. Right. But you have my permission to give your mother my mailing address whenever she is ready to have the documents sent to me about the videos that I made about the elderly, about children, and about disabled people. Particularly people that are included in that pronoun of us that she used within the context of the text message that she sent me. When she has her documents and her paperwork ready, behind the lies that you told, when she is ready, feel free to give her my mailing address. She can send it. Actually, I prefer she just overnight it. I anticipate getting in the mail. Actually, if we do have a court date, this is my favorite blazer. It's actually Calvin Klein. So if we do have a court date, I'll make sure I show up in my Calvin Klein blazer, buttoned up, so I can be ready to defend videos I never made. Insane. Insane. But I thought one was crazy. But it's looking like she ain't steal it. Looking like she ain't steal it, y'all. But that's really what I had to come on here and talk about. Get that right on off my chest. Screen record. Do whatever you like. Whatever you like. But either way, I think I'm done here talking. Thank you for the people that stopped through in the chat. Thank you for the likes, loves, the subscribes, all of that. Y'all, this is a mess. But it's just like a mountain upon mountain upon mountain upon mountain of stuff with this particular family, which makes me thankful that I experienced this Thanksgiving for it to go the way that it went, because I honestly don't have any place or position, no parts within this particular family. Come through, Calvin Klein. J.Dunn, you need a new picker, sis. A new picker? Man, and that's the thing. Y'all ought to have so many different types. It's not even funny. I've had so many different types of girlfriends. It's not funny. And they all come with their own stuff. But this right here, this mess right here, and especially for it to be a long distance situation right here, is crazy. And then the fact that now this same person who sent me this text message make jewelry and sell it on the side, and her daughter once upon a time asked me to buy some of the jewelry to support. And I actually thought about buying it, even though I don't even wear jewelry like that. I thought about purchasing just to be supportive. I wanted to be supportive of the mother. Only for the mother to come at me like this in a text message over some lies. So you mean to tell me, as a grown adult woman, even though you have the fact that you were told this type of information, now you picked up your phone to call me yesterday whenever I left your daughter over to the hotel, you picked up your phone to check on me and ask me if I knew what happened towards your daughter. You picked up that phone. Are you okay? You called me. Are you okay? Where are you? You asked me as an adult. You talked to me through the telephone as an adult. That's what you did. But then today after you done called, are you okay? Is everything okay? Let me see. Oh, this troll. Let me block this troll. But all of a sudden today, now you done took the day off work. You done went and got an attorney because I'm talking about the disabled and the elderly and children and all this mess. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm speaking of the horrible behavior and the horrible temperament, the temper tantrums, the full-blown acting out, the stomping and yelling and throwing and slamming doors, the kid-like behavior of your adult 34-year-old daughter. That's who I am talking about. And she is a fellow content creator, which means she's open for discussion, as am I. She's fairly open for discussion, as am I. There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can say to try to control or dictate the commentary or the content that I decide to speak about, especially if it pertains to a story that I experienced, a story that I endured. For people like you that don't understand the way the internet works and don't understand how YouTube works, content creators have a little thing called story time. You don't have to always title your video story time, but story time is very popular where people come on here and talk about different life stories that they have experienced. Ma'am, your daughter happens to be a part of life stories of mine. If I decide to speak about those life stories, I will. So Girl, tell her to stay out my text messages. Tell her to stay out my DMs. Tell her to stop ringing. Don't even ring my phone. Tell her I'm about to put her on block. I was very respectful to her. Because y'all, I'm not always respectful. Especially when you come towards me being disrespectful, I'm not always respectful. But even with the disrespect that had kind of came at me with these text messages, I still remained respectful when I didn't have to be. One thing about me losing my mother as early as I did, I honestly feel like I'm an equal with anybody that's my age, 40, 50, or 60. I feel like I'm an equal adult with people who are older than me. I give respect when respect is due, but I don't feel like I owe it. She needs to talk to her daughter about her behavior, not you, J.Dunn, shaking my head. Correct. But when her daughter runs and probably tells these one-sided narratives, which is what she does over there on her own platform, when she does that, ain't no telling what she done told this woman. And because this woman don't know nothing about social media, don't know nothing about YouTube, the woman is just going to believe any old lie that comes from her daughter. Any old lie that just comes from her daughter, which is really unfortunate. But because I feel like I'm an equal to people older than me, a lot of the times I don't even call people Mrs. or Mr. I will say ma'am or yes ma'am. Sometimes it just depends on the person. But I do feel like respect is earned no matter what. It's not necessarily automatically given. But due to the situation in the relationship with me being meeting these people, I gave them respect on the strength of the relationship that I was in at the time. But now that I'm no longer in that relationship, I don't owe any respect to anybody, but I still gave it. Because anybody that jumped up in my text messages the way this woman jumped up in my text messages would have got it. And that's real. But yeah. She needs to check. But I mean, the actions of the daughter is very well by everyone. When most of this stuff was going down on Sunday, when most of this stuff was going down, there were whispers of, "Oh, this is just her. Oh, be quiet. If you just be quiet and don't say nothing back to her, she gonna calm down in a little bit. Oh, this just her. When she get like this, you just sit down and you be quiet. Don't say nothing to her. Just let her go through the house. Just let her stomp, yell, scream. Just let her pick up whatever and throw it. Just let her do whatever. Let her get it out. Let her get it out. After a little while, she's gonna get tired and she's gonna sit down. She's gonna stop." What? This is what I was hearing being said around me during this whole meltdown, during this whole childish fiasco. This is what I was heard being whispered around me about a 34-year-old having a toddler like temper. This is what was being said. And I guess I'm not a fit for this family because I cannot conform to that. I cannot sit down and be quiet when somebody running rampant rage and all this kind of stuff around me or about me, especially if I know I haven't done anything to provoke. And speaking of provoking, provocation goes both ways. Just like you, I dropped my cell phone. Just like you or anybody else can be provoked by a person, you can provoke people. I get sick of the lack of accountability where it's like, well, I only am angered because I was provoked. This person provoked me to be this way. This person provoked me. Well, what did you do to provoke the person to make the person provoke you? If that makes sense. Why is it that some people think that provoking is only for them? Nobody else can be provoked. Just whenever they act out of character, then they have been provoked, which means no accountability because now you're blaming your behavior and your actions on what somebody else said or did. But what did you say or do to make that person say and do what they did that caused you to be provoked? Not only that, trauma. That's another word that's thrown around loosely over there on the platform. Everybody has trauma. Trauma didn't start when you came up. Trauma didn't just happen through the course of your life. Everybody has trauma. Everybody has triggers. But not everybody goes around excusing their own actions because of trauma and triggers. Nobody does that. It's interesting. Sometimes people can provocation, their own these types of things, and act like nobody else has these types of things, that those types of words don't apply to anybody else but them. No, it applies across the board. Everybody has had hardships. Everybody has had traumas, had tragedies. Everybody has had unfortunate things that may have happened to them throughout their childhood, throughout their adulthood, throughout their lives. Everybody has. I think that's one of the things that people fail to realize. But yeah, LaVon, I see where you said enablers. Correct. Very much enablers. And I can't enable no type of behavior like that. And the nerve for me to even think about spending a forever with anybody who can't even gather their self-control in order to control their attitude in front of people that's visiting with them, in front of people that already know they behave like this. But I guess you don't have to control yourself because everybody knows this is you anyway. Oh, that's just her. Oh, that's just her. This just what she do. All this hogwash. But yeah, I'm gonna end this and say, girl, get your mama and tell her to stop texting me. That's all I got. Y'all, thank you for stopping through. Like the video, share the video, like the video on the way out, share the video, subscribe, all of that. Take care, be blessed, don't stress. And don't believe everything your kids tell you, because if you know your kid is somewhat of a liar and somewhat of a little bit of a troublemaker, if you know your kid is the type of kid where you have to be like, oh, that's just her, be quiet. Let her do what she's going to do. When she get tired, she going to calm down. Let her stomp around. Let her throw this. Let her do that. If you know you got one of those children, one of those types of kids, it might not be the best rationale or the best thought to believe everything that they tell you. You may want to question. You may want to question some of the things that they may say, because I know that if I feel like some lies have been told and I can prove that some lies have been told, if it walks like a liar, talks like a liar, it's a liar. And it didn't just become a liar yesterday either. If you know what I mean. Y'all, that's all. Take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. I made it back to the A. Bye.